Welcome to another MPA Production stream. I am the guild leader from the music production arena community. Hey, Ira. This is the stream we do Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We work on community-related projects. Young Outsider in the chat. Good to see you. We've been working on Community Collabs Season 2, collecting samples. If you're not a member of the community, we invite you to join us. You'll find all the links on top of our Twitch, on top of the YouTube channel. And link to our Discord. You can join us there. Get back to that in just a second. Just a quick other announcement and a reminder that we're doing the Spooky Challenge. That's the MPA Spooky Challenge. And there's links. There's information for it in the Discord. If you go to the Discord and go to the events announcements, the announcement section, you'll see all the details there, along with the sample pack you can download. So you create any sound. You just create a track by October 28th. Submit it by October 28th. You submit it into the Discord. Let me just go and pull that up so we can see what we're talking about here. So event submissions. Scroll up a little. Maybe I'll just do another fresh announcement for it. But here's the MPA Spooky Challenge 2021. There's the link to the sample pack. I updated the rewards here, so you can see first place gets a month of Discord Nitro. A bunch of Mino coins, for whatever reason. And what's the deadline? October 28th. And then we're gonna pick the winners based on. There'll be some judges. There'll be some community voting. There'll be some kind of voting method. Haven't quite figured that out yet, but that's October 9th, the MPA Spooky Challenge. All right. Also, I reposted some more music on the SoundCloud. There's one of our members, or a member, let's figure out who this is, posting some really good music this month. Let's find it. Let's go to SoundCloud. It's the Music Production Arena SoundCloud page. Go. Who have we been reposting? This person right here. Brandon Peterson. Rithlic. Here's the thing, music is amazing, and I don't know, so I'm trying to figure out, how do I know this person? How do we know this person? Is it through via Mino? Is it through Discord? Is it through some other platform? I'm only following people that followed us, so they're following us. Check out the music. I reposted some of their music. Let's see. Look, they've been doing like a release thing, so day 1, Birth, day 2, Subvert. I really like this one here, Disassociation. Disassociation. I didn't listen to day 4 or day 5. I listened to day 6 today, and it was really good too, so reposted. And I've checked out some other music. So if you're posting music, make sure you're following us. We'll follow you back. I want to hear all your SoundCloud music. The music production arena in SoundCloud. All right. And remember, last Friday, so it'll be Friday the 29th, is feedback day. Feedback stream. You go to musicproductionarena.com. There's a link there. So music.com. Where is it at? Oh, feedback stream. There's a tab for feedback stream. There's a countdown. 17 days. We switched up the feedback stream a little. I think it felt really good. It felt really natural. It's not much different, but I liked the last one we did, and I think it's just gonna get better. But submit your track and come back on Friday the 29th for feedback, and also just we use the tracks to kind of spark conversation, and we're just gonna open conversation about music production in general, podcast style. And so submit your track, and we're gonna select tracks that we think would spark good conversation. Fox says, howdy. Oh yeah, for new samples are in FogPack. Nice. We definitely need some samples to listen to today, although I did get some. We have some new people joining. Got some more samples to listen to. Got some apps to go over. We got lots to do today for the most part. But this is still the collection week. Second week. We're going to be collecting samples this week, and then starting next week, we're going to start creating loops. 1 second. What do we got? Camera pulled up. Over here. We have a perpetrator on the screen today. 1 second. My phone is dead, the one I use to monitor the stream. And so I don't know what it looks like. So hopefully we're streaming. I'm pretty sure we are. I see Twitch users. I see YouTube users. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We're going to get right into the stream. Any other announcements, I'll be sure to announce them at the halftime in about an hour. All right, so it's the week 2, season 2, collecting samples. All last week we collected a bunch of samples, quite a few samples. And what was neat about it, because originally I was thinking that it was going to be a lot of the same people participating, which I think a lot of it still will be. I'll get this off the screen. Go away. There we go. Ableton. All right. We'll get to the perpetrator in a second. There we go. There's the perpetrator on the screen. Anyways, so last week we joined. Last week a lot of new members joined. A lot of new members sent me samples, and we got another whole week this week to collect more samples. So it's going to be exciting to see how many people get involved. What I was saying is, I was originally thinking before the season started that. Ooh, thank you. Appreciate that, Ira. Let me know. Yeah, if it wasn't for the whole team here, I'd be a one-man act, and I couldn't do it without y'all. Appreciate it. Okay, so I was originally thinking that it was gonna be a lot of the same people coming back, doing season 2, maybe get a few more people, whatever. That's kind of what I was thinking. But what happened right away is we gained a whole bunch of new people. All these names last week was naming out. Members that we're familiar with from previous competitions and challenges and events and other ways they join the community, but reaching out to them, asking people if they want to collab. We got a lot of people that said yes and sent me samples already. So that's going to be fun. And then I still got everyone on the list here that was from season 1 too. So I will reach out. I probably already have, but I'll still reach out to other members from season 1 and say, hey, we're doing season 2, by the way, if you want to send something. Because again, it's never too late to send samples. Even though we're collecting samples in week 1, week 2, we actually never really stop collecting samples. We'll need samples all the way to the last day. We'll need those perfect samples to fill in the gaps of each track. And so you can always send me samples, but the purpose of the first 2 weeks was to get a lot of samples to give us a good start. All right, so let me move this to the side. Get this out of the way. Go. Give me some space. Okay. So this is I do have Ableton pulled up. I went ahead and pulled the trigger. I've always been a big fan of Ableton. It's not me jumping ship or anything. I use it for live performances. FL Studio for life. But I prefer. I was never the person like Xbox or PlayStation. I unfortunately. I would, if I could have, I would have had both. If it comes to FL Studio Ableton, if I could, I would use both. And if it comes to anything like that, Android or iPhone, if it was up to me, I'd use both, because I think technology is just great. So that's my stance on Ableton and FL. There's no war here. There's all love. I combine the two. And the reason why I'm bringing up Ableton, I went ahead and pulled the trigger on Ableton Intro. That's all I need it for. But it's an amazing DAW, as most of you know. And this maybe be a little bit good for because there's a lot of people that use Ableton, and maybe this will help the live streams be a little bit more inviting for them too. Being able to work in here and pull up loops. But this is me getting ready for next week. What do we got on the screen? There we go. Next week when we start creating loops. So I'm gonna start dropping the loops as we create the loops from the samples. I'm gonna start pulling them into what Ableton's basically famous for, the session view here. And we're gonna fill up vocals and leads and chords, basses, drums. We're just gonna get a whole bunch of loops from the first 2 weeks collecting samples. We'll take all those samples that we collected and create the loops out of them. And we're gonna keep the names of the producers on those samples, of course. Because once we get the loops into this format, and then of course Ableton session view where we can trigger the different loops, coming up with song ideas is going to be way better than we did last season, for sure. So that was my motivation behind getting Ableton Live intro. You know, and so that's that. And it's gonna be part of the template now officially. Here's the template. Is that we got FL Studio with all the tracks and all the browsers and all the important windows, and then off to the side we have Ableton Live intro. So those that work with Ableton, you can create me little sample packs and just Ableton projects like this. I'm also doing the same thing where I'm saving the project files in the cloud, Google Cloud drive, so I can share those with people that want them. And this, like I said, so once we create the loops, I'm going to upload those for everyone to download. So for those that have been following along, get some free samples starting next week. And just all the samples that are sent to me, I'm going to create the best loops I can. And while I'm doing that, I am going to be doing a lot of, as I shown off in the past, but I've got a lot of apps. Let's see, I got a picture around here somewhere. These apps are great for manipulating samples in the sense that people are sending me samples and loops. Let's see if we can't get this better screen here. We got, so put them all on one page to make it a little bit more easy and get all the distractions off. But most of this stuff here, I could take the loops and samples that were sent to me, run them through a lot of these apps, and we can give us content for the live streams, give us things to do, things to check out, things to, you know, just whatever. And I could throw all the loops that we create through these different things, and just like Ableton, come up with ideas. It'll help us come up with ideas. And what's neat about the apps, and another reason why I got Ableton, is because once I throw the loops and samples in the apps, these are all iOS apps. Once I throw the samples in these apps and resample them, all this stuff links right back up with Ableton Live, with Ableton Link, over here on the screen. And so it's really easy. It's really easy to resample these samples back in the Ableton, build packs out of them, drop those samples back in the FL Studio, and there we go. A little bit of different workflow. Hey, Shmagod. I've been good. How you been? Started season 2 of the collabs, and I was just talking about how we met quite a few new people, brought them into the collabs. So we'll see new people in the chat this season for sure. Fox saying, "Oh yeah, I forgot to mention there is also a picture with the samples." Cool. Maybe the picture will become picture for season 2. We didn't do a picture for season 1, but I felt that was appropriate because, you know, self-titled albums are appropriate. All right, let's check some messages. Let's go through the list. Let's listen to some samples. Good to see you. See you in the chat, God. Haven't seen you in a minute. We are back at it this season, a little bit more organized this season. We've been collecting samples this week. Fox says, showing the project files so you can see how messy my project is. That, you just reminded me. You just reminded me of something else that we're going to do. Let me get my screens back situated. What do we got on the screen? Okay. This is what we're going to do. 2 more announcements, and they kind of go together. We are bringing back some battles, PvP battles after this week. So we're doing, of course, the Spooky Challenge. I already said that, but after this month, we're bringing back PvP battles. I want to start talking about that because they're going to be different. They're going to be organized. And I totally got this idea from some of these other Discords I'm in. I'm all about, you know, community, and there are a lot of great Discord communities, as y'all know. And I've tried to maximize and minimalize my selections and where it's. Anyways, I've been viewing some of the other communities. So shout out to all these communities on my Discord here. But there's some good ideas some of these people do. And what I want to do is incorporate our... So if you jump over to our Discord, as a lot of you know, you can live stream right into the music channels, stuff right here in the audio voice channels. Recommend the high quality channel for music. That's the one I'm talking about, Fox. Okay, so they do battles over there. I'm not stealing an idea. We're coming up with our own idea, by the way. So we're not doing the same thing that they're gonna do, but they did give me an idea. But all love, because great ideas are built, on other great ideas. But I want to, so during these collabs, they do battles like this, but I want to do some collabs like this. So y'all can pull up your live streams during my stream, pull up y'all's live streams inside the Discord right here in this channel. Stream your stuff into the high quality channel, work on some projects for the collabs. If you're working on projects for the collabs, I can tap in to your projects live. So that's a way y'all can live stream with the live stream. Anytime I'm doing it daily. So I wanted to add that. And then in the future, when we do some battles, again, I'm not going to do it just like they're doing it over there, because I like to twist and come up with my own ideas. But when it comes to battles, we can do something similar where we can do challenges where you have to show off inside of your DAW, whether it's Ableton, FL, BandLab, or whatever. And you can stream it inside of the Discord, and then on the MPA Production stream on Twitch, I can go over here and tap into y'all's streams, make sure the audio is routed properly, and we can do things like that. But for right now, since we're doing community collabs, season 2, coming up with track ideas, coming up with loops. If y'all want to work on loops right now live, go ahead and stream it into the Discord, and then at some points, at different parts during the stream, I can tap in and over here to the Discord, see what Fox is working on, see what Young Outsider is working on. I know KP likes to stream. That's up to whoever wants to stream on Discord and can do that. All right, that's open now, always, from here on out on these streams. Okay, and again, about the PvP battles, more information for that later, but we are doing PvP battles. That's the one-on-one challenge, but this time we're going to keep track of it through like a spreadsheet, so it's a little bit easier to keep organized. That's coming next month after the MPA Spooky challenge. All right, what do we got? We've got new people joining. Got a lot of samples I got to collect. I collected some Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and all those samples, I told those people I'd be checking them out today, so we got to make sure we get through all those people. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go down this list and tap in, and check each one of these messages and see what they sent. And then again, starting next week, we're going to take all this content and create loops and give those out. And I'll share a Google Doc with everyone. That's going to have the links to the sample pack start next week. And if we have time today, I'm probably going to make sure to get a list of everyone that's joined so we can keep track of it. And I'll probably fill that out down here on the bottom of this spreadsheet. Let's do this. Day 1, week 2, season 2. Going through some samples here. We've got Emerald sent some samples. I'll pull the Discord back up. I didn't need to close it ever. It's lots of Discords. You get a little overwhelming. You got to turn off all the notifications on the ones unless you're super active in it. So first thing we're gonna do is find Emerald's message. All right, Emerald was gonna join last season and never got around to it, but they sent some stuff now. Really cool. Emerald makes great music. Oh, my phone finally came back on. Me log into Twitch. You gotta have at least one phone to monitor, or one device monitoring your own stream, because you can do a whole stream like 30 minutes and won't even be live. Okay, so Emerald sent preset packs, preset demo, preset pack demo. Okay, so that's right, they're presets. Let's see what this is all about, actually. And, Emerald IDFK preset pack. Presets for what? Young Outsider MIDI. Young Outsiders here. I got your MIDI right here. FNF web. Okay, I'm gonna extract these files sent from Emerald. Excited for next week. Yeah, this week, just like last week, these weeks might be a little shorter, just depending on how many samples I get each day. But by the end of the 2 weeks, we're gonna have plenty of samples, so that's not a problem. And then starting next week, we'll have plenty to do because I can make loops all day. But these first 2 weeks have just been about listening to the samples come in. So if you want to send me samples right now, give us more to do on the stream, go for it. So Emerald sent presets. Presets for what? Shall I ask? Everyone just assumes you have Serum. Who wants a pack full of Serum presets? And then use the presets as they are and send back some loops for the collab, because I don't have Serum. It's a problem. Should I rent Serum? I don't have no money. Splice still rent Serum, or they stopped doing that? Next week, if I need to, or the following week, I'll send those to you, Young. These are complimentary of Emerald. Does a lot of really nice house style music, so the presets will be in that vein, I'm sure. But I'll send those to whoever wants them. We definitely need to use them for the collabs. I mean, keep them for whatever, but I'm saying let's also use them for the collabs. Send me back some samples. I never bought Serum, although I've paid a few months on it. Like if I was to, let's see here. What is it? How do you check your stuff? Plans? Oh, I don't see it. Maybe it was a different account. You know, you can like pay it off over time. You can even like pause it, which is that exactly what I did. I maybe paid like 2 months on Serum. I never, because I couldn't make up my mind if that's what I wanted, or if I wanted like another one of the other ones. What is this? Where'd that go? Is that a pigment? Anyways, Young saying that's what I did. Alpha J said, "Hey Gil." Hi Alpha J, meow. Hey, Young Outsider says I have both Serum and Vital. I like Vital. That's what I have. Although I don't mess with them too much, I will definitely start to mess with them more as time goes on, and as I continue to stream, because I really enjoy streaming. I'm gonna have to find more things to do, and getting into different DAWs and plugins and synths is be pretty fun. What are you up to, Alpha J? Did you send me any new samples for the collabs, or should we check out something new, something old? Got Serum presets for those that want them. Okay, so I was checking there real quick. Next, if I'm gonna create some, I don't think I'm going to, because I really just want y'all to create the loops and stuff, send them to me. But if I really feel like it, I'll rent Serum for 1 month for $10, and we'll take a lot of those presets. But someone needs to send me the MIDI. So if someone sends me a bunch of MIDI files, and then if I get a bunch of MIDI files, and then I'll take these presets from Emerald, I'll take the MIDI files and the presets, put them together, run them through Serum, we'll create some samples. Let me go ahead and send that to everybody. Let's do that now. Emerald, if you're here, or if you stop by later, thanks for these. We're definitely going to be using them for the collabs. I'm going to copy this. Go to, I think we have a shared folder here, MPA collected samples. Public pack. What does that mean? Public. Are y'all gonna be able to access this? I'm gonna share this right now. This is a bunch of Serum presets sent to us by Emerald. Custom, royalty free. What do I do? Open this up. Go to the drive. Shared folder. I think it's one. Shared folder. I'll just paste it here. All right, I'm just thinking, make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, I'm dropping this pack into a shared folder. Correct. That needs to upload, but then I'm gonna take this link to the shared folder. Get link. Copy link. Done. So I'll have to wait for it to finish uploading probably, but let me go and share this with the chat. Okay, so those are Serum presets. Party Killer Tunes in the chat. Those are Serum presets sent to us by Emerald. For those that, if you would, please put, when you send them back to me, let me know, like, name it with the Emerald name in it and your name in it. And if you could remember, add the name of the preset too. That is the best way for me to keep track of that. But regardless, I'm going to also take MIDI files that are sent to me and create some loops. So we'll create a lot of loops with the Emerald pack, and we'll get Emerald in on a lot of the collabs like that. So those are Emerald presets for Serum. Run them, create some MIDI. Try to keep the presets like they are. If you want to, if you want to help me with this, you can also tweak them and send me your own stuff. It doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. But if you want to help me with this, try to keep the presets as close as they are. Keep the Emerald's name on it and come up with the MIDI. Send me back some loops, and we'll add them to the folders. Keep everyone's name on it. Party Killer Tune says sick today, sadly. I hope you get better. Tell you the best thing you can do: drink a lot of water and get lots of sleep. Okay. So we've got Emerald presets. I can't listen to them unfortunately because I don't have Serum, but we did download those. Let me check that off the list. I'm gonna need a lot of help with Ableton. So if you're just tuning in, I was talking about how I added Ableton to my setup here. We're gonna be doing FL and Ableton together. I'm mainly gonna be using Ableton for the session view with loops, triggering them, stuff like that, and recording things, samples. But I don't know how to use Ableton as good, if not at all. So if anyone stops by and is able to use Ableton and help me sometimes if I have a question, greatly appreciated. But I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. Definitely gonna keep it simple. I need to get a launch pad or something like that. I just got a lot of apps that one of the options for exporting, like some of these apps are like exporting Ableton packs, Ableton kits, and things for Ableton sessions. So it's gonna make that a lot easier. Okay. Next up, Honestly, I don't know. Let's see here. I got the list, but can't remember who actually sent me samples. I know for a fact that we need to check. Someone sent me samples and I forgot to listen to them last thing. Ink. Maybe it's Hasriel. Yes, it was. All right, this is more of that piano sample. This stuff's amazing. I love it. Yeah, oh, that's the picture. FNF whip. All right, this is so this goes in straight into the pack that we've already created, and I think it just goes right along with the piano that they already sent. It's like the second part or something. But this is gonna be a fun one, and I think we have the MIDI for it too. So blank. Whoa. All right. Downloads. Yeah, here we go. I downloaded it twice. I always do that. Okay, so let's listen to some of this. This is piano sent to us by Hasriel, I believe is the way they pronounce her name. Probably getting it wrong. Really friendly person. Been talking to. Sent some samples last week. Sent some more samples this week. I think they all go together. Put my headphones on. Here we go. That's cool. It's cool knowing that that's going to be in one of the tracks somehow. And that's what makes this exciting is all the samples that were sent to us we were listening to last week and the ones we're going to listen to this week. And you just got a picture like how are these all going to fit together, but it's possible. It's always possible. But something like this being such a complete thought, like this is such a complete idea, definitely we're going to hear this in one of the tracks, which is really cool. Let's go look for the other sample. They sent that. MPA samples online. All right, so that song is already titled Ink. I have a feeling that one of the tracks out of the 8 will probably be Ink, and it'll be built around this idea. It's such a complete thought kind of thing. But we need the drums, we need other things. That one's going to be a fun one. Stay organized here. Let me go to the downloads. Yeah. Got to move it to the right folder. Okay. Look, here's some MIDI right here. Let me also put this MIDI in the shared folder. So let's go. All right, I created a copy of it. Gotta keep track of this. So I'm gonna put Hazarel's name on it. RRA. Okay, I'm gonna take this MIDI and put it in that same shared folder. With the Emerald presets. All right, so now there's some MIDI in there. We can use some of the Emerald presets along with the Hazarel MIDI and create some loops. That'd be cool. I feel like there will be a classical song this time. It'll be a classical influence song, but we've got a lot of samples to mash together. So who knows what the songs are going to sound like. Got a lot of samples. That's what we're going to do at some point. I keep, it's going to be kind of boring. So maybe I'll say it's for the very end of one of the streams, but I need to fill this out. I can do it after the stream too, but I'll put all the names down on a list right here so we can get an idea of who all sent samples. Start putting that together. I've got it written down, but not everyone sent me samples yet. So I need to figure that out. How many samples this time? We got a lot. We're gonna get a lot more hopefully this week. Depends on how many people I contact and how many people contact me back from last week. Because there was a lot of people that said yes, and they just haven't sent me samples yet. So let's see who's next. Have Rail already does. Discord. Okay, so next on the list. I don't know why this list is not as organized as I thought it was. I thought I was just putting people down in order. Somebody loves. Seems like we did some of the subverse. Great. Okay, I checked them out live on stream. So they haven't sent them yet, but they said they're going to. Subverse is sending some stuff. Fishing hook. Here we go. Samples RAR. I've already downloaded it from Fishing Hook. Good. Fishing Hook. I don't know how to say their name. I'm gonna go with Fishing Hook. New folder. Fishing Hook. Okay. All right. The RAR file, I gotta open that up. Sorry, my did not eat enough today, and now all of a sudden my head kind of hurts. And when my head hurts, I think a little slower. I'm sitting here just like my mind's moving a little slow, but we're gonna get there. Samples RAR. I need to open this up. 7-zip. Open archive. Here we go. Samples. Collect samples. Back one. Drop those into the folder we just created. Fishing hook. Go. Samples into the pack. All right. There we go. off screen. Let's check these samples out. These were sent by Fishing Hope. Joining the collab. So another new member joining the collab. That's pretty cool. I don't see. All right, let's go ahead and listen to these. Joining the collabs, wrote their name down, created the pack, got them in there so we don't forget them. No one gets left behind. Last week I did forget a couple people, so I don't want to forget anyone. I'm going to have to dig deep into all the messages and make sure that people that I said I was going to listen to their samples and I've got their samples and we're going to actually listen to them. But I try to write their names as they come down, but it could happen at the weirdest parts of the day or weirdest thing, and I just sometimes forget. But for now, let's just go through one at a time of what I did write down. Right, this is Bass Spacey, sent to us by Fishing Hope. Nice. It's creepy chords. Very creepy. These would be good for Spooky Challenge. And Deity sent some stuff today. I gotta remember that. Very nice. And that's what they all sound like together on accident. Ghastly lamentation. Keiju face. Nice. Retro Evil. Good old boo bass. Not that one, the one before. This is Deity. This is Retro Evil bass. We got Robo Ray. Yep. Robo Rave 2 is part of it. Space Rave. Tesla. This name carries weight. Yeah. Nice. We can use that. My head didn't hurt right now. All right, those are great samples. See, look, new stuff coming on. You never know what we're gonna get. New member of the collabs. I don't know how. I can't remember exactly when and where they joined the community, but new member to the collabs, new samples, and a lot of them, enough of them to give us something to work on next week. So we've got a lot of samples, and it's just Monday. So let's see what happens. Okay, let's rate that. Check them off the list. Fishing Hope. Okay, Chef Blue sent something. Yeah, it's probably on Discord. Chef Blue. And Chef Blue, the song that Chef Blue is called titled 8-Bit, and it was something they released on the SoundCloud, and then something real simple. Hey, Fish here. I don't even remember when I joined the community. I've been almost entirely inactive for years. Uh, Honestly, that's how it is with a lot of these members. Well, first of all, thanks for stopping by the stream, and those were some really quality samples. Uh, when I listen to the samples, people send me my ideas. I get motivated right away when I start hearing them, and I got ideas. We're going to be next week. We're going to be creating loops out of a lot of the samples that were sent. Keeping, of course, we keep the names of the producers on them at all times. And so if I create a loop with some of the samples you sent to me to have Fishing Hoke and on it still, and then have my name with the date on it. So, and anyways, creating next week and the week after, we're going to be creating lots of loops with all the samples. And then the following 2 weeks, we're going to take those loops and start creating tracks out of them. And whoever's loops end up in whatever tracks, those are the producers' names that are going to be on the tracks. So that's how that works. So thanks for sending samples and joining the collab. That's awesome. Yeah, and anyways, as far as like when you join the community and have been, that's how it is with a lot of the members that have joined these, because the only people I'm reaching out to are people that at one point were involved with the music MPA community, whether it was on Amino or on Discord or through any other means like that. And so we do see people coming back after years, and they're like, "What? We didn't even know. I didn't even know MPA was still a thing." But we kind of turned it into something a little bit different. We even changed the name of it to Music Production Arena instead of Amino, because we wanted to kind of break away from that, be a little bit more of a just all platform. Anyways, there we go. There's that. Okay, Chef Blue sent something called 8-Bit. Let's see if we can find it. Discord 8-Bit Chef Blue. If you're sending samples, or you told me you're going to send samples, or someone told me they're going to send samples, you just haven't sent them yet, no pressure. Just whenever you get the time, it's never too late, as I was saying. You can send samples to me even after this week. So no big deal. That 8-Bit. So this is an actual FLP. Open this up. Save changes. What were you doing in that project? Nothing, right? Climatic. Grime kick 9, lo-fi clap 4, Titan closed hi-hat 20, lo-fi. We don't have any of these. I don't have my cymatic. These are probably free packs though. Do I want to download these cymatic packs? I'm just gonna ask Chef to send over the samples. What do we got here? I still pulled the main idea out of this stuff. Man, with all those samples missing, I'm surprised there's still this much happening. Okay, a little backstory behind this track. It's actually, so Chef Blue this is like, I think, their first project ever to make in FL or music production in general. And they check out a lot of the streams and follow a lot of the events that I've done. And I just reached out to her. I was like, "Hey, why don't you send that 8-Bit project to me into the collabs?" And they sent it right over. So that was where this came from. And I think we could do something with this main loop idea here. We can pull that MIDI out, send it through some of the presets, stuff like that. So let's copy this, drop it into the Chef Blue pack. Okay, community collab. Please do, Fox. I don't think you sent enough. I'm not even saying that sarcastically. I think you should send more. Because we need plenty of samples. I remember last season I ran out of samples, so we need more samples. Their first project, yeah, we were doing a bunch of music production events, and as her name implies, she's a chef, and she was doing a bunch of cooking events or talking about events, and she kept coming to music production events. And one day, I guess she was feeling motivated and inspired to make some music, so she downloaded FL Studio, watching one of the streams or one of the old events that I did, watching download FL Studio, was making some beats and sent that over, shared it with a bunch of people at one of my other Share Your Music events. So there was like a whole little history behind. No one would want to see mine either. All of my original projects also were done on like a workstation keyboard, the Korg Triton, I think. My first electronic projects. My older projects, my band, for my band, those would be worth listening to one crazy night being bored. Recorded on a digital like multi-track recorder, like a Tascam. And I used to record like samples from video game machines and stuff too, also over to the computer with Sony Acid program. Here we go. So 8-bit. I need to, before we move on, I need to grab that right here and drop it into the folder. Samples. Chef Blue Pack. Okay, that's that. Who do we have next? Andy Mac, I don't believe you're here in the chat or messaging me for about the collab, so I'll check your message afterwards. As I say, I don't think they're even here. I think that's something to do with something else. But if you are here in the stream, I'm not trying to ignore you. I just don't know what that's about. Although I try to like let people know that none of my DMs are to be ever like anything secret or private messages. And I think on Discord, what's cool if you're gonna send me like something that you don't want someone else to see for whatever reason, because I know I'm a leader of the MPA, so sometimes you got to send me something like, oh, so and so's doing something, something, and you don't want to be like, you know, you don't want to be called out as the rat. I'm playing, but anyways, you can on Discord, you can put messages as spoilers. So if you are gonna send me something like a password for whatever reason, I don't know why you'd ever send me a password or anything, but this is just a disclaimer to anyone ever sending me Discord messages. Don't send me anything that you wouldn't want me to show on live stream. Discord up here even has, I'm in streamer mode. It says streamer mode enabled. Stay safe, friends. So like I could disable streamer mode and it would show like other things like I wouldn't want to show. But like being that I'm in streamer mode, that tells me like, all this stuff here, DMs. This is in streamer mode, so it's safe to show. But if you are gonna send me anything, you can put it as a spoiler on Discord. Mark it as a spoiler. See, Fox just put it as a spoiler. And I'm actually gonna not check that on stream because it's a spoiler. That's what I'll do. That's how I'll use those spoilers. Fox is like, but I wanted you to check it. But anyway, see, just like how Fox did it, you can send me stuff as spoiler. That way we know not to look at it on stream. There we go. Mighty Love Tomp, Superman, Fushing Hoke, Chef Blue, Flaming Maniac. Let's see if we got those tracks yet. Flaming Maniac used to enter a lot of the competition. On the screen. Fox is gonna send some more bass house. Who's the best bass house producer right now? I really liked Joyride, but I want to say he's the best. His sound got a little old real quick. I mean, I want to say old in a bad way, but I also like Jaws' bass house tracks. And there's some newer artists now making some bass house that I haven't really checked out, but I know that bass house stuff came out hot. Sound good. Thanks. Flaming Maniac. What did they say? It says, oh, okay, great. That sounds cool. I have a few demos that kind of stopped working on, like their sounds and ideas I had. Could probably send you over. Okay, they haven't sent them yet. We have to go to work minutes, but I'll have time to send them those tomorrow. We haven't got them yet. We'll check back with the Flaming Maniac. Okay, we got someone titled The Nobody. Well, I'm sure there's somebody. Where's it at? The Nobody says, all right. I said, okay, do you maybe have a... Okay, they never sent anything or responded, but they might. Okay, who do we got? We got Mr. Blade. They haven't sent anything. In fact, they haven't messaged me on Discord yet, but I talked to them through Altspace and they emailed me. And then Tommy. Oh, I never messaged Tommy back. My bad. Message Tommy. Oh, great. It's for the community collabs we do online. I'll send a picture. What picture do I send? Is it this one? I made a couple of different variations of these. I gotta make with the different times. I gotta make, time zones. All right, we'll see if they get back. Cathal's asking me, is it possible to buy a hotel with $50,000 in US? I don't know. No, it's not. No, I don't think so. Alpha J, did you fall asleep yet? Alpha J released some stuff on their YouTube. I'm not gonna listen to it because this is these remixes of Riot 10 and YDG stuff. Gotta watch out for that copyright. Young Outsider is saying, I found a preset I made for Vital. It may not sound good with my collab, but it may work. I'll send that over, Young. And actually, you sent some other stuff, right? You sent some MIDI. We'll try to check that out somehow today on stream, too. And Dottie says, Hotel Trivago. Do they mean buy a hotel? Just one room? The entire hotel? Or just to rent a room for a night? Sure they mean. Young Outsider just sent a preset for Vital. Okay, that's everyone on my list. I know I'm forgetting some people, so let's go through the chat. Let's go through my DMs and see if we can't find the missing person. Emerald, we checked. Emerald Tail hasn't sent anything. This whole list hasn't got, well, Rotten Flesh. What a name. Okay. Tulu. Does the master version sound better? I've not heard. I'll check it out later. That's Godly Remix. Cthulhu, aka Godly Remix. It was on season 1. Okay, who else are we looking for? Naxic? We already listened to Naxic stuff, right? Serum Lead 1. I believe we listened to all Naxic stuff last week. I would love to come in if I'm good level of production. Can't believe I left these people hanging. The busy gets weekend. The busy gets weekend. That's what I said. The weekend gets busy, and I leave some of these people hanging, and I feel really bad, actually. To be honest, I would love to, but I don't know if I am good level of music production. That doesn't matter. So what do we say here? We say that's that? No problem. We are just. I'll say no problem if you want to join. Want to join this as live streaming collab on Twitch. Hit him with the picture. Mazuko-san. Mazuko-san. That goes for anybody that wants to get involved in collabs. And the skill level does not matter here. That's why I wanted to make these kind of unique in the sense that, you know, as long as you can come up with a sample of some kind that you think sounds pretty neat, you can join the collab. So, you know, skill level doesn't really matter. Okay, who else we got here? Arjun. Arjun, I could probably hit up through Amino. Nick. Microwave Dave. We'll do my dude. We're waiting on some samples from Microwave Dave. Whenever you get time, send the stems my way. I'm not going to bother anyone. Just looking for people that messaged me back that I might have left hanging. As you can see, there's a lot of people that I hit up. You know, and these are all people, again, that I've talked to in the past multiple times on either Amino or Instagram or whatever. But they just haven't got back to me on Discord. And I'm not going to bother people too much on other platforms for this season anyways. But it's neat to see how many people on Discord did miss. Jazzerado, we do have Discords from, I mean, we do have samples from Jazzerado. Okay, we're getting down to the previous weeks. All these people have sent me samples. Revolve says, maybe entering Sage mode. Party Killer Tunes just waiting for us to send them tracks so they can do some vocals and send back to us. That's going to be later weeks. Sam, I Am Jet sent some samples. Did we ever listen to the I Am Jet samples? I can send you some vocal samples. Yay, thanks, Jet. No, they haven't sent them yet. Lots of people said they're going to send stuff, we just haven't got them yet. So we'll probably get a lot of those later. Crimson. I was getting involved there for a little bit. They might come back. No rush, thank you. I have another question as well to have a moment later. Forgot about the live stream. I might have left him hanging. Hanging. Did you have a question? Today on Stream Guild, messages a bunch of people back that he forgot about. Not on purpose. There's a lot of people talking new here. Alright, these are old messages. That means that's nothing to do with the collabs. Okay, there we go. That's the list of people that may not join the collabs. Anditi sent something. I have a new thing in the drive. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to some of the stuff that was sent by Anditi and Fox. Oh yeah, Young Outsider sent some MIDI. How do we want to listen to that? Let's listen to Young Outsider's MIDI first. Here. There. I'll get my stream straight. I can think straight. There we go. I'm going to go back to the downloads. There's a Vital preset. Young Outsider sent. Let's do that. So Young Outsider, you've now sent MIDI and a preset. You said they probably won't go together, but we'll try to put them together anyway. And we have these samples. These are the ones from Fish. But I already put those in the folder, so I can delete this zip file. Audacity, we're going to use that for converting files, right? So we need that. I already installed that though, right? Let me delete it. And I'll keep it just in case. Outsider's MIDI. Okay. Check this MIDI out. Open Vital. I need some new monitors. This is ridiculous. Like, it takes up my whole screen and I don't have a choice. There we go. Vital preset. First of all, let's minimize that. Let's take the MIDI, drop it here. Someone's gonna have to remind me how to load that preset. If I go to open external preset, download Darkness Vital. I think that did it. Here we go. I knew it was gonna do something like that. Like, how loud and distorted could it be? Let's okay, who sent me the Vital preset and who sent me the... Okay, this is all from Young Outsider, but they weren't meant to be together. So there's that. Let's go to the actual... Yeah, it's not meant for chords. Turn this down a little. We'll put that back in a second. Let's first delete this. Okay, is that distortion coming from here? There, that's a nice sound. Young Outsider says no, stop. Okay. Don't worry, Young Outsider. I can undo anything that I did. I'm just messing around. Let's go down an octave. Oh yeah, a lot better. Cool. Let's try something else. Let's try... That is nice. I think we should use this. Kind of experiment with here with a couple patches. But let's also... Let's try... jump back onto those chords real quick. Here. Back here. Put that whole thing down an octave again. Arpeggio. Nice patch, but we don't have anything on the macros. Let's go like maybe... a nice sound, young outsider, and some nice MIDI. I'm sure we can use it and really actually make use of all this, even though they weren't meant to be together originally. Probably use it somehow. Spooky season. I want to watch R.L. Stein Goosebumps movies. That's usually my like personal tradition. Where I was like every October, seem to try to catch some of those original Goosebumps series from back in the day. They're old school, probably to a lot of y'all, but I grew up on a lot of those and eat lots of candy. That's what I'm in the mood for, and I'm hungry. All right, so these sounds sound great. Let's see. Probably I don't think Netflix or Hulu or anything showing the Goosebumps right now. I don't want to rent them. That'd be annoying. Annoying. All right. Anxiety. Let's listen to some Anxiety samples. You notice Fox and Anxiety dropped their samples right into their folder. I don't know how many. I don't think I've set up a lot of the new people like that, but if that's easier for any of y'all, I can send, if you send me your Gmail, I can give you access to your folder. It's an FLP. And that says for the same as a WAV file, so you're gonna have to drop it. Alright. It's an FLP. What folder did you say you put it in? Sorry, you probably told me. With new at the beginning. Aha. Open a new channel soon. This is not an FLP though. Underneath it, it's oh, it's like a zip thing. All right. First one to hear this. I love that. I love that sound. That tone. That distortion. Okay, so that's the serum sample for the project that I got to open up in zip here. So let's go into the actual folder. Heidi sent something new, old, unfinished song ideas. Is that the one? Zip. Go extract. It probably won't have to open. I probably won't have to drop it in there to probably find it. FL will probably locate it. Let's find out. Oh, unless you didn't. No, unless it wasn't in the original file and you just rendered it out separate, then it won't, of course. What's this? No, I don't want to save. Let's go. Open. I see what you're saying. That was serum. Then I'll have to drop it in where the serum was. Ozone 9. Thickify. What's Thickify? Vectors going on. OTT. All right. Wait, do you leave all these open while you're working? Just curious. Oh, goodness. I love FL Studio. That's so awesome. Oh, they just pop back up when you open it. I got you. I didn't. I could have just cleared them all at one time, but I was going through just to see them all. That's cool. I love FL, and I like all their plugins. Okay, so Serum is track 1. Here, which one's there? Is this one? No. So where do I drop the sample? I'm curious. This thing? This thing? That's auto gun, pattern 1. Here it is. So I need to drop the Serum samples right here, here, and here. Go insert. That's it, hey? Do I need to... Is that dry with or without the processing? Do I run it back through the processing, or do I keep it out of the processing? So I routed it back through channel 1, which is gonna, if there's processing already on this, it's gonna double up all the processing. You need to process it on the same track. All right. Gotcha. Oh, I love that bass right there. That's sick, dude. What's this last? This sounds good. That groove. I like that a lot. Does this sound right? Cool. Nice. And is this for the collab? Because if it is, we look how much foundation, look how much all the skeleton of the track we already got and all this stuff laid out. This really helps people that send me more complete ideas like this. Really gonna help put the track, pull all the tracks together. Nice. I'll probably definitely sample all this stuff out when we're creating loops and create new loops out of all this, and we're gonna reprocess it over into the collab template that I use, and also gonna be dropping them into Ableton and other platforms too. We're gonna do I don't know how systematic it'll be. I'm definitely gonna do Ableton, but we're also gonna, for those that want it, we can drop the loops into BandLab. We were messing around with that last week, the BandLab app, because it's public, everyone can use it, and we can collab in real time. So it's as easy as just dropping. What I mean is, like, once I get the loops and once we decide what loops go with what, I can just easily open up any program like that, including Splice.com, BandLab.com, Ableton projects, and any other app that you can just drop loops in. Because all I have to do is drop the loops in there and share the project, send it out to people that might want to mess around. That way, people don't think this is just an FL Studio live stream, because it's not. It's, I can work with any kind of samples sent to me. I just work with FL to finals to finish my versions of the collab, but I can send these samples out raw, and we can make it easier by putting them inside of the project, inside of the DAW, sharing the actual project file. Okay, we do FL Studio mobile versions too. FL Studio mobile, because I actually been doing that for myself. Next week's gonna be fun. Those apps I was showing off and the way they work, some of them are really unique. And what I already did it with my own library, but I'm gonna do it with the library we create. But you put them onto the actual. Once I put y'all samples into the apps, and then choose the custom samples instead of the preset samples, and then the way they make the loops, we're gonna come up with some really unique loops and like good ideas. I think, pretty sure, almost positive. So that's pretty cool. Fox Galaxy, you sent some stuff. What did you send? There's an app called Poly 2. Gonna give us some nice polyrhythms. A lot of those one-shot drum loops that were sent to me, we drop them into Pattern. I have another app called Patterning 2. Drop a lot of the, load up the samples in there, and start coming up with some nice drum loops. And then we'll upload all those loops and give them away. Give them away. My project. No. My samples online. Collected samples. Fox Galaxy. Trying to remember what we listened to, what I didn't listen to, what I'm supposed to be opening, what I'm not supposed to be. What's AEO Foghouse? That's the whole project. Fox, I don't remember what we listened to last week. I'm just gonna open all these up. Everything in the new folder is new. Okay, we got a Fox Galaxy FLP, nicely organized. Never no limiter. Never a limiter. See how high this goes over. Awesome. Both this track and the Untitled track had this glitch hop effect. The Untitled part at the very end of the track had that glitch hop feel, and that right there had like a glitch hop style swing to it. But they're faster tempos than glitch hop. I remember that part. Did we listen to this whole project last week? I think I said the same thing about it last week too, being glitch hoppy. Sounds good. I like it. I think we might have listened to that last week unless you updated it. Okay. Nice. And now, and if that's for the collab, that's awesome because it's, again, that's like a whole skeleton and foundation of a track. That tells me that it helps me visualize, you know, how the 8 tracks are actually going to go down. Good. Awesome. Thanks, Fox. Thanks, and Daddy. Y'all both just sent me, y'all aren't the only ones. There's been some others, but y'all have sent me like what's going to help me tie the track together in the arrangement stage already and a lot of that stuff. Even though I don't use the exact project, you got all the different parts here. So once we render all these loops out next week and get them into their own folders with the names on them and Deity on them and Fox on them, stuff like that, key, BPM, get them into the folders. I share those loops back with y'all, put them into the Ableton projects. That's going to be fun because that's how we're going to find what other loops go good with these loops. Put all those in here because you know how Ableton's real good at that, and it has time stretching, all those time stretching that they're famous for. So we put all the Fox Galaxy loops in here, we put all the Untitled loops in here, we put all the loops from all the other members, and then we start mixing it up, trying to find out what goes good with what. That'll give us song ideas. Ableton's good for that. I almost have a better thing for that on the iPad. We'll probably use both of them. So one on the iPad is called Block Waves, BLOC. WAV does same thing. It categorizes all the loops, kind of like Loop Cloud does with key and BPM, and you just has a randomize button, and it'll randomize drum loop with the bass loop, with the chords loop, with the lead loop, with the vocal loop, and it fits all the keys and the BPM together, like all for you. I think that stuff's just super fun because we don't never know what we're gonna get. You know, there are our own samples. We're gonna get whatever comes out of it's gonna be completely original. Soon y'all can just replace me with a robot, you know, and just an AI music making thing. Y'all won't need me here. I'll just have an AI robot doing the stream. Y'all just send samples. Fox says the true peak for one of them is like 5 dB. I believe it. I could see it. Look at this. And you're not even running a limiter on it, which the limiter makes it sound really tight. Can't imagine what that sounds like without the limiter, but it won't be like this is the kind of music process that's designed for like just to smash it with a limiter. It's changing. Like that's what it looks like after the limiter. FOG. The true peak for one of them is also put all limiter on this new stuff. Put limiter on the new stuff. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, that wasn't in the new folder. That's why. The album's gonna be as good as stuff that y'all send me, and with stuff that y'all like, stuff y'all are sending me today and stuff, and these projects, this tells me the album's gonna be really good. Now, finalizing it is up to me, and like I said, even the last season, I'm not very happy with the final versions, but I think I'm gonna go back and fix them. Not during this season, but after this season's over, I'm probably gonna go back and focus on all 16 tracks for just a little while. Get some friends to help me do some proper mixing, mastering. Maybe take them to a better set of speakers, studio speakers, and treat them like, you know, why not? Especially if I'm gonna do a little performance with them, might as well get them all to sound a little better. Okay, melodic fog house. What is this? Melodic fog. Are any of the new ones projects? I like the projects. I like when y'all send me projects that I can open. Nice. Like I was saying, if y'all want to stream live into the Discord, we can tune into your actual project. You don't have to talk. You don't have to worry about microphone. Track is sick. I'll message Crimson back. Okay, who sends this one to me? Fox of Galaxy, this is super sick. Your stuff is just getting so nice. It's all about, I don't know, you got the ear for it. I guess you were just waiting to get some proper software in front of you, you know what I mean? Because from the comparison from the stuff you sent us for weeks on a time and the feedback streams and stuff compared to the stuff you do now is levels apart. Collab server. What do you mean? Oh, on the Discord. I'm not gonna do this right now, but at some point, I think it's important to the project, important to me, to have a private server. You know, our MPA server is public, but I think I would like to have a private server only for members to have collabed on one of the collabs. But I'm not gonna invite anyone to that yet. In fact, it's not even done. I haven't built it. But since you spotted it, I'll go ahead and say that in the future, it'll be a private server just for the collabs. That's all going to be just for the collabs too, to communicate samples, communicate links and project files, and talk about the projects and other group chats. We can have tons of group channels in there based on the different collabs. But I'm not doing that this season. That's for future. What did you Fox say? Fox says, I think melodic fog is better than that. Let's go listen to melodic fog. Well, that one's really good. Let's see. Melodic fog or fog. What's this underneath it? This is how my project looks. Oh, it's a picture. That's super. That last one you sent to me was organized too. This kind of stuff I can understand. I can see. You know, I go through like some project files that you can even get off Splice or even in like the demo projects of FL. And that stuff doesn't make sense to me. When people like put something on one track and then they have something that belongs to that track, but they have it way down here on another track, just in that one spot, and then it jumps back up here. They all belong together, and they have the automation like leading up into it, and then the rest of it, since they run out of room, they put the rest of the automation underneath it instead of having. I mean, I think it's cool that people can work like that, but I could never ever work like that. This is clean here. Clean. Staying organized on your project. It's hard to do it while you're working quickly, and I don't even advise doing it when you're working fast. I like to clean up at the end. Like you work really, really fast. You can keep it all messy. And then when you're done working for the day, you go through and you organize what you did. That will help you the next day when you come and sit down and you open your project back up. That'll help you get back into it. Because first of all, you'll be thinking about how clean and organized it is, and you're like, yeah, I did a good job, it looks good. And you'll jump back into it. But also, when you do jump back into it, say it's like a year later or weeks later, you can make sense. You're going to see where everything's at. It'll be color organized. But trying to stay organized while you're going, it can get in the way. You got to work fast sometimes. You don't have time to color things. All right, here we go. Melodic fog. Melodic fog. Yeah, you go back to some old tracks, and if they're way messy, you might not want to even touch them. Nice. That's good. Fox says, oh yeah, some of these bass sounds are made from my voice. That's cool. I'd like to see the processing chain on that. Oh, that's sick. What are these down here? Why is that so? Oh yeah, because I got a peak. So I want to see. That was gonna be a fun one. So we got another one called I Don't Know Spanish. Is that all one sample? Gosh. Meditate to this bass, this track, dude. The sub. If y'all aren't listening to it with a sub or headphones, this sounds amazing. This has got to be a thing on the season. Hey, welcome back. I'm trying to remember your name. I know it's you. I don't know you by this name. I know you by a different name. And we listened to your samples last week. I'm just trying to remember who you are. Okay, that's sub's really nice. That was sent by Fox. Says, I don't know Spanish. 168 G major fog. That one's real nice. I'm who is I'm looking at my list of like names I have written down. Seeing if I wrote them. People pop in with different names. I can't and I'm just like usually write down when people pop in with different names, I usually write down your other name next to the name I know you by so I don't forget. But I'm not seeing 10CA1159. But welcome back. Alright, so these samples here were sent to us by Foxy Galaxy. CJ Kamikaze in the chat. Kamikaze, we hit season 2. We never used your samples for season 1, so I'm going to use them for season 2. Since you're here, I'll pop it up the folder. We've got CJ Kamikaze samples left over from season 1. We've got CJ Kamikaze collab sample cube 1 and CJ Kamikaze collab sample Space Singers 2. That's nice. And then we have CJ Kamikaze collab sample Space Singers 1. Like the Padson. It's probably running through like a high pass filter. CJ, if you want to send me anything else, go for it. We got plenty of time. This is the beginning of the season, so we're just collecting samples. Next week I'm going to be creating loops, which these are already loops. CJ Kamikaze saying, "Oh yeah, that I just threw something random." Honestly, that's what I was asking a lot of people that just throw something together random, anyways, to not overthink it. It's all for fun. If you got any other samples sitting on your hard drive, or sitting on your new projects you don't think you're going to use, old projects, send them over. If of course, if any of the samples I use, keep your name on it. We're posting the tracks on SoundCloud. We made a playlist for season 1. We're gonna make a playlist for season 2, and then all the tracks have the different producer names on it. So that's if I can remember whose samples are whose. But for the most part, I don't have a problem at all. I've been writing it down. I've been creating a folder for everyone that sent me samples, and I just got to make sure I have your producer name written down, so when I'm giving people credit, it's the right name that you want credit for. So there's a lot of people. If you look at this list here, this is the list from season 1 and season 2. But if you look at this crazy list of the number of people that have sent samples, I think it's almost overwhelming. And I think half of these are new for this season. And then some of the old ones have, just like the CJ Kamikaze, we could jump back in and pull samples that never got used for season 1. Any specific BPM or key? At this point, not really. I would say I know for sure that I'm gonna have like a track at 150 BPM, like halftime 150. I know there's gonna be a track at 174, or half that would be 87. So 87 beats per minute. So you're like 87 beats per minute. You can do 75 beats per minute, or like 150, like double that. And there's probably going to be a track at 128. There's definitely going to be a 128 house style track. So it's totally up to you, though. Anything you send me, I can stretch it, pitch it. It's totally up to you. And the keys, it doesn't matter. Appreciate it, CJ. And have fun with it, like no pressure. I'm just trying to give people things to do if they're looking for something to do. And we're just putting all the samples together, add them to your folder. I already got you a folder, so I'll just add it to your folder. All right. Okay, let's see what else. Did anyone else send me something to listen to today before we get out of here? It's almost been 2 hours. So we've got the MPA Spooky challenge going on. Since I didn't never do any announcements at the halftime or halfway through this, anyways. I'll just go ahead and say now and wrap it up. So we got the MPA Spooky challenge. I've been promoting it. You can join the Spooky challenge just by submitting a track. Oh, I got to get back to Crimson, by the way. That's what they were asking. You can submit the track into the Discord on. You go to the channels underneath the event announcement channel. There's an event submission. You'll see the submissions from our last producer battle. You can submit a link to your track here. All you gotta do is just post a link to wherever you're posted track at. And it's for the MPA Spooky challenge. Share this with Crimson. Yeah. And then by the October 28th, submit your track by October 28th. We'll pick the winner after that. MPA Spooky challenge. All right. And I'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Fox sent one more thing. I'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And I'll definitely have some more samples tomorrow. I'm going to be reaching out to some more people. Well, the rest of this week we'll be collecting samples. All right. Fox, let's listen to what you sent before I get out of here. Refresh. What did you send this time? House? About to get out of here, but let's see what. Okay, it's in the zip. I do want to listen to stuff because I enjoyed that. So I'm not trying to rush off. As soon as I run out of things to do, I'm gonna get out of here. So if you want me to listen to your thing, send it now. Let's go ahead and open up the zip. I can't open up zips from right in here. So what I have to do is the actual folder. Okay, samples online. Select samples. Back, new, zip, house. Right. Now I can go back over here and hit refresh. Open up the house. One plugin could not be opened. Cassette transport. Whoa, dude, look at the coloring on this. Who sent this to me? Fox. I love that. I hope for FL 2021, which I have no leaked information about this whatsoever, so it's probably just in my dreams, but I would wish they could like let you color code everything that you want, like the borders, the boundaries, the top. You know, if you go up here and you can hit, where's it at? I don't know, but you can open up the customization, like customizer, and like you can customize it quite a bit. There's no color setting. There are ways to do it, but I don't know. Like third party, I guess. I'm admiring your template. I'm not even playing the track. All right. pretty much does it for today. Send me some more projects and samples tomorrow. Feel free. I'll be reaching out to a bunch more members that I haven't made it through the entire list. So everyone that we got so far just came through a list of my contacts for the community, and I never even made it through the entire list. So I'll be still contacting new people that haven't heard about the collabs yet. And then a lot of people that said they were going to send samples, I'll probably just reach out to them at some point and say, hey, again, I don't try to pressure anyone. I just remind them. And then from there, I won't bother anyone again until season 3. But I think we've already done pretty good. Like I said, I mean, there's a purpose. I do have a motivation behind a lot of the events I do, and you got to understand, me being the leader of the community and organizing events, the motivation is to make the community more active. So that's why, a big part of it for me is reaching out to the people and just giving people them hearing from us, realizing we're streaming, getting involved. But so all this helps that, and let's continue to do things like that, including the Spooky Challenge and the other PvP. It doesn't matter how many people actually get involved. It's more about just the fact that we're doing stuff and trying to stay active. So anyways, everyone that does get involved, I appreciate it, because it really makes this worth it. Fox saying, oh frick, I left unprocessed stuff in there. I was gonna say, what's up with this unprocessed stuff? Just playing, I didn't notice. I'm gonna run it through some grow speed. Yeah, Fox's track ran through grow speed. Repeater. Best presets they have on here is this repeater one, I think. A lot of these are nice. The turntable, of course, is nice because of the whole turntable. But like any preset, you want to tweak it. You can go in here and go. Single curve. All right, that's for next week when we're creating loops. I do want to actually kind of build up the anticipation for that, but that's one of my favorite parts of the collabs, is creating the loops, and it's where we can get experimental. And if y'all want to create loops too, like any samples that are sent to me, I can send the samples back to you through the shared folder. You can download the samples, you can manipulate them, send them back to me, and it's all gonna be good. All right, I'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time, for more sample collecting and stuff like that. We will get that spreadsheet filled out. It's going to have the links to the samples, and it's going to have, just like last season, it's going to have all the information, and that helps keep organized here. We're going to have the 8 tracks, the keys, the BPMs, notes, links to the samples, projects, and all that. All right, see everyone tomorrow. Oh yeah, I guess I totally forgot to update, and it doesn't really matter because it kind of messed up. And that live stream I did on Saturday, the first one, there was an audio issue. I don't know if anyone heard it anyways, but I didn't notice till the whole thing was over. I did that live jam thing, and honestly, it was just for fun anyways. I don't want anyone to feel like they missed out on too much. I was just really jamming in there and seeing what would happen. Jam went great. I thought it went great, but then I went back and listened to it, and there was the audio distorting the entire time. Like all the music caused distortion, like like just really bad. So I just, I deleted it right away. Well, I made it unpublic, and I was like, man, that sucks. And anyways, I just like couldn't call it quits, so I went ahead and like did a second jam later that day, and it was also pretty good. It wasn't as good as the first one, but I just jammed again for 2 more hours. I posted that. There, I did get some samples for it, and I'll be pulling those in. I guess we could have listened to those today. I guess we'll do it tomorrow. Dead Cousin sent some had some more samples in there. We're adding those samples to the collabs also. So, and as those go on, there'll be more samples added to those. But it was fun. I don't know if I'll do it as scheduled as I was going to originally, but I'll definitely probably do it once a week, just to do it, just to have an extra thing to do. But for those that did catch it, that's what happened. The audio was all distorted. Don't know why. Came back and did a second one, and there we go. Bada bing, bada bing. We'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Thanks again. You can message me on Discord if you want to continue the conversation. Send me some more samples. I'm seeing some messages coming in. I will get back to everyone right now. Thanks. Play something. All right, I'm out of here. Cue the music.